ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The BAISS Private School Sudden Death Softball Playoffs closing out yesterday at Freedom Farm. Amajal Knowles starts us off with the seniors.
In action from BAISS softball, the Big Red Machine punched their ticket to the championship game on both the senior boys and senior girls side. The opening game, Big Red Machine ladies taking on Queens College. The game would be close throughout, but some impressive late-game pitching by the Big Red Machine sealed the deal for SAC. Winning pitchers Alexandria Roll and Octavia Fowler.
Working hard as a team and following our coach's instructions, and I think we just had enough heart. Both teams were talented, but it just came down to who wanted it more. And we just did what our coach told us to do and executed what we did in practice, and we came out with the win.
As far as their feelings on the big game, they offered these short words.
I believe that our team is very talented. I believe that we work the hardest. I believe that we have the most heart. So what we have is what we're going to show during championships. Feels though we're going to come out with the victory. We got this.
On the senior boys side, it was not much of a contest as SAC made slight work of C.W. Saunders, demolishing them 17-1 to cruise into the title game. Catcher Donovan Butler and left fielder Blake Foster.
Our game plan was to come out here today and send a message. We came out, we played as a cohesive unit. We played to the best of our abilities, and we executed our game plan. We came out victorious.
Came out here to impress. We wanted to show what we got, and we're ready for the finals. QC on the way.
As far as their matchup with QC in the Big Dance, the boys say they are ready.
It's going to be a showdown. We're going to come out there and give them our all. We're not nervous. We're coming out with everything we have.
It's their rivals, We got to put on a show for the guys,
The championship series will begin next week. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
In junior boys play, it was a thriller as SAC got the big hit when it counted most. They edged out NCA 6-5 and moved into the championship against QC. As for the junior girls, C.W. Saunders, they stopped SAC in their tracks 11-1. They too move on to play for the title against QC.
The strength of our team, lies in God. We give him all the praise, all the honor and glory for that. But we got some girls there that could really hit the ball. And defensively, our team has come from very, very far, believe it or not. We've always had good pitching, so it's really shadowed the defensive game on our aspect for a while, but we've really strengthened it up this year. They did everything right. Really proud of them. They hit the ball, they played good defense, and we all know defense wins games.
The Government Softball League Slow Pitch Championships will take over the Blue Hill Sporting Complex this weekend. Fireworks expected on both the ladies and men's side.
You have the Electro Telecom Invaders. They're taking on the PPSU Strikers. Some of the premier lady softballers are part of those teams. The defending champions, the BDC Lasers, are taking on the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Interceptors, and it's going to be dynamic, explosive. A whole cadre of national team players are on these teams, and we're expecting a super time.
In addition to the men and women, the Government Slow Pitch League also with the co-ed division this time around.
I came to office in June of this year, and part of my mandate was to implement a co-ed league, and we were successful with having some 5 teams, and we're now into that we're also going to have those championships in short order.
The Bowling World Cup continuing in Las Vegas. On the men's side, after 16 games, Leonardo Lee Davis moving up from 55th to 47th out of 81 bowlers. After his 8-game block yesterday, he has a total pinfall of 3,123 pins and a 195 average. As for the ladies, Driscoll Roll dropping from 37th to 41st out of 70 bowlers there. She has 2,944 pins and a 184 average. Back here at home, the Financial Bowling League with action last night. Tyrone Knowles of Leno Corporate Services leading the men with a 245 high game and a 651 three-game set. The runner-up was Sonic Lockhart of the Rubis Oil Stars, a 242 game and a 647 set. The MVP for the ladies, Tara Culmer of the Moonlight Strikers, a 194 game and a 543 set. She was followed by our very own Kayla Nixon of the ZNS Hill Thrillers, a 203 game and a 486 set. As for the team scores, ZNS putting a blank job on Rubis. The Strikers also perfect against Best Deal Kirky Bar. The Strike Force winning 2-1 over the BTC Nighthawks. Leno, they also scored a 2-1 victory over Deloitte and Touche. Bahamian Kevin Major Jr. has won the 2018 Circuit 9 UTR Real Tennis Open in Plantation, Florida. Seeded third, KJ defeated the top seed, Zandrick Akob, 7-6 and 6-1 in the final. Bahamian Justin Lund also in that tournament. He won his round of 64 match before crashing out in the round of 32. Still talking tennis, Michael Major Jr. and Jaleisha Clark, they've been selected by the International Tennis Federation to be a part of the Under-12 camp in Subdivision 3. The invited players were selected based on their performances in the last 12 months of ITF and COTEC organized events. The event will be held November 19th through the 23rd in the Dominican Republic. These events reinforce the ITF's commitment to assist talented junior players in the region. Through this ITF training camp, players will come together under the guidance of expert coaches, which allows for more growth and development. From the NBA last night, Buddy Hield once again in double figures, 24 points, but the Sacramento Kings, they lost to the Toronto Raptors 114-105. Buddy and the Kings back on court tomorrow against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Back here at home, the Province Basketball Association tipping off its 2018-2019 season last night at the AF Adderley Gym. Up first in Division 2, the Eagles Nest gave the first-year Giants all they could handle for more than 2 quarters. Midway through the third, though, the Giants took full control. They never looked back en route to a 109-81 victory. Herbert Knowles leading the way in the win, 22 points. Kamado Seymour added a double-double, 13 points and 15 rebounds. Preston Ferguson also in double figures with 12 points. Darius Black and Edward Williams each chipping in with 11.
This is our first real game together as a team. So it's trial and error. I have to see the defenses to make the adjustments and to see who will play together as a unit. So we have to make some subs, some adjustment from 3-2 to 2-3 and bring up at the half-court trap and it worked.
On to Division 1 now. This one much closer between the JD Seafood Shockers and the Leno Regulators. In the end, though, it would be the Shockers holding on for a 98-93 victory. Lenny Oscar leading the Shockers with 26 points. William Rigby right behind with 24. Jefferson Oliver, he added 10. In the loss, Ronaldo Bailu, he posted a double-double, 18 points and 22 rebounds. Jason Mitchell following with 18 points. League play resumes again on Saturday night. The University of the Bahamas men's basketball team getting ready for a homecoming doubleheader this weekend against the University of the Virgin Islands. The first game set for 8 p.m. tomorrow at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. The second game will be played Saturday afternoon at 2. Ahead of the weekend, the team suffered 2 losses at a season opening classic in Chicago, but the Mingos, they plan to use that as motivation for what lies ahead.
The losses, of course, they're bad, but, we just learn from them. Mainly, we have to work on our defense, adjusting, communicating, and like I said before, talking and make sure everybody's in the right position, and we'll be fine.
How to finish games, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We noticed that when we went over to Chicago, we wasn't able to, finish the games. We started off really well, but down the stretch, we just couldn't close it out, and our bodies got drained and tired. And, this homecoming weekend, we worked on that, and I think we're well prepared.
And we are joined live tonight by head coach of the Mingos, Bacchus Roll, and the captain, Ramon Dames. And guys, thanks for joining us here tonight. And Bacchus, I got to ask you, you guys home playing against U.S. Virgin Islands, what's the game plan going in?
Well, the Virgin Islands is a very talented team. Our game plan is definitely to focus on what we do well. We're going to be a very fast team. We're going to trap, move the basketball a lot, get the basketball to key players like Dames, Sylvester, and Smith. And I'll just allow our scorers to do our thing. But I think we're going to have to win, really give a real good effort defensively to ensure that we can bring home the victory.
And Ramon, we heard you there just now talking about the trip to Chicago that you guys had. Talk a little bit about what you have to do based on what you saw there to maybe have a better showing this weekend.
Like I said, we just have to learn how to finish games. You know, at the beginning of every game, we usually start off pretty well, but it's how we finish it, you know, that really matters. So that's the major adjustment we made.
And I know talking to you, Marcus, before, just now you said you had a little sneak peek of that Virgin Islands team. They're really big.
Oh, yeah, they have some big players. They got about 3 or 4 guys that are 6'8", 6'7". They got 1 or 2 6'6" guys. We're a small team, but we believe we can be very, very competitive with this group. We have some very powerful basketball players. Our guys work within our system well, and we just want to have a great showing for the University of the Bahamas. You know, this is a very exciting time for UB athletics in general, and in basketball in particular. So we just want to have a great time this homecoming weekend. We want the entire New Providence family and alumni to be out there, and we want the entire Bahamas to just be rooting for us this weekend. Tomorrow is at 8 o'clock is blue, UB blue. So we want the gym filled with blue shirts, blue hats, blue jeans, whatever. Let's come out and support your Mingos.
And before you guys get out of here, I just want to ask you, the New Providence Basketball Association opening up their season last night, you guys playing in there as well. You open up on Monday. What's the game plan for the NPBA?
Well, game plan for NPBA, you know, we have seen steadily progress in our journey through NPBA and how well we've been playing. We have basically the same team from last year. Same thing, fast team, you know, a lot of defense. Get the ball to our scorers, and let's see if we can win 1 or 2 more games than we did last year. Hopefully, playoff bound again.
All right, Ramon, what are your plans for the season?
Our plans for the season pretty simple. Just stay within the system. You know, don't stray away from the system. Our coaches been stressing that from day one, and I feel as if we stick with that, then we'll be just fine.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us here on the Bahamas tonight. Again, the first game is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Kendall Isaacs Gym. The second game on Saturday afternoon at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Go out and support the Mingos, wear your blue, and support the team. And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.